Hello, buddies. It's Concert Buddy. Got a quick video for you that I'm just going to show you some pickups I got. Mail call.
You've got mail.
And I'm excited to flex on some of these records. I've already listened to a couple of them. Great stuff. So coming up after the break, I'm going to show you what I got. Quick and easy. Japanesey. Being sleazy. Cue the lever. See you in a second. Alright, buddies, like I said, quick, easy video for mail call. Let's dig into it.
Mail time.
Mail time. Mail time. The mail's here. Come on. Bye, guys.
Alright, so first record I want to share with you guys is I picked up the soundtrack to the Stephen King film Pet Sematary. It's super scary flick from my youth. I think they remade it a couple years ago. Don't even get me started on Hollywood being out of ideas and this endless remakes.
On my side of the bed, was human fecal matter.
But I didn't really realize it at the time, but this is not very easy to track down. So fortunately, the great folks at Dusty Groove in Chicago, who I've profiled before on the channel, you can see right here, had a copy. It's been on my want list for less than a year, but just never pops up. I think the last sold on Discogs was over a year ago. And so the fact that it came available, I was very happy. It's on the old soundtrack label. And please, I'm going to get murdered for this, I know. Varese Sarabande. That they've done so many, like particularly 80s and 90s soundtracks, and even soundtracks of today. But great film, spooky soundtrack and score. So this was super awesome to find. I mean, fantastic condition, sleeves in VG+++. The disc is in VG+++. So all around, happy to score this from Dusty Groove and add it to my burgeoning horror film soundtrack collection.
Well, that hit the spot.
Okay, so this next one was one that I didn't even know existed. I'm going to be completely honest. I do really enjoy Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. And when Tom passed a couple years ago, it was a big drag, and I know the guys have been doing off and on projects. Mike Campbell, I know, was playing with Fleetwood Mac for a minute. I guess he's in the band. I don't know. I don't know how that works. But Mike has a side project called Mike Campbell and the Dirty Knobs. And I believe this is the second record that they've put out. But I just heard a song on Sirius on the Tom Petty channel, of course, where they talked to Mike about this. I think they're going to do some shows with opening for Chris Stapleton and the original Heartbreakers drummer. I think his name's Stan Lynch. I can't think off the top because I'm just flying off the wheels, folks. But he's going to play some gigs for him, so I thought that was cool. So it was a kind of interaction between Mike and Stan. Anyway, heard a song on the channel from this album, decided to pick it up. It's actually from the web store. It's a nice, really cool green execution, green variant. I know they have a black vinyl as well, but this, I'm not one to really just like go on and on about a great sounding record, and it's a great record in general, but this is just superb. And especially if you're a fan of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, I mean, Mike Campbell has always been Tom's right-hand guy, him and Ben Trench, but this is just like, if you are jonesing for some Tom Petty callbacks and just Tom Petty and Heartbreakers new music album, this is a great option, and great for just throwing on, sitting on the back patio, having some suds, which I actually did, just jamming on this. Song I really enjoy on side A is the 6th song, State of Mind, with Margot Price. Really enjoy Margot Price's stuff. I've seen her before at like a really small bar nearby here in St. Louis. She played like a back patio gig years ago, pre-COVID. But anyway, I cannot say enough good things about this record. I highly recommend checking it out. If you want to purchase it, cool. I would never tell anyone how to spend their money, but if you want to stream it first before you take the dive, again, got this from the web store because it was a variant. So if it's something that tickles your fancy from a music sense, I would highly recommend jumping on this because this is fantastic. Maybe at the end of the year, I'll probably do like my favorite records of the year kind of thing. And this one's screamer from top 5 at least. I mean, highly, highly, highly recommend this. All right, the last record I'm going to show you is You're Not Seeing Double. No need to adjust your screen. I, like probably a lot of you in the vinyl community do, bought 2 different variants of the same album. This is Chuck Berry, live from Blueberry Hill. If you are a St. Louisan or a Midwestern person or just a fan of old rock and roll, you obviously know who Chuck Berry is. He used to have a residency later in life at this kind of small club called Blueberry Hill, particularly their concert place called the Duck Room. It was downstairs, very small, very intimate, and he played once a month. He lived kind of out, probably about an hour away out west, and a really wild wild piece of property, but I'll maybe touch on that another time. Anyway, so this was a recording from one of those sessions, I believe, and I think I first saw it advertised through Dual Tone, which is a label, and they did a red, I guess, Starlight or Starbright red. I'll post it right here. It looked cool. Well, then, of course, like a lot of things, you see one and then another variant gets announced, and that's what I saw this one from the Magnolia Record Club, which I've bought variants from them in the past. I think the last one was Amos Lee and his new album, or his most recent album, they did a variant for him. But, of course, I ordered that one too, and supply chain issues being what they are, I forgot that I had ordered multiples, so the first one to arrive was this one, the Starbright, Starlight, red one, and I was like, great. And then a couple days later, literally got this one. I'm like, oh yeah, that was months ago, probably 6 months ago. It was one of those things. So I would love to hear in the comments which one you guys think is the better variant. Do you think it's this red one, or do you think it's the Magnolia? I think their variant is like a glass Coke bottle type one. So I'll post pictures in the video before this, right now, etc. Let me know what you think. I'd be very curious because I think they're both cool executions. Like you can obviously tell I have not opened them yet, but I'm curious in feedback which color variant you think is the sexier, the jazzier, the one that's maybe true blue. I mean, I can understand why they did the red because of Chuck's red guitar and the Blueberry Hill logo being red. You know, the Coke bottle execution's always, you know, a very convenient one that a lot of labels do on a lot of variants. I'm assuming maybe they're just trying to tie it into the green shirt, but anyway, a lot of cool. I mean, Chuck Berry greatest hits, Roll Over Beethoven, Rock and Roll Music, Let It Rock, and of course the closer, Johnny Be Good. I know Vinyl Talk with Tavis, that's his favorite song, Johnny Be Good. Actually, I think his second song is Ding-a-Ling, but I don't see that on here, Tavis. So I'm sorry to disappoint. If you're looking to pick this one up, my friend, they don't have my Ding-a-Ling on here. So I guess we're both losers on that one.
What's one of his great songs?
Oh, Johnny Be Good.
I wish I could sing it.
My Ding-a-Ling, you know that?
My Ding-a-Ling. Lord, hold on.
But Johnny Be Good, the close. Looking forward to busting these open. But again, folks, please tell me in the comments, buddies, what do you think is the better variant? Be curious to hear. And that's it for this mail call video. Would love to hear your comments again on these variants. What did you guys pick up this week? Anything hot that is just super burning up your turntables? Would love to hear about it. Thank you so much for watching. And as Chuck Berry would be one to tell you if he was still on this celestial plane, when you get the chance, just spin it. I'll see you next time.
Well, well, well. How the turntables...
Well, we out of time.